Hey there, Nick here from Landbot. In this video, I'm going to show you what are Landbot's AI agents and how to use them. What we'll cover in this video is first, how to create a new AI agent from scratch. And secondly, how to integrate this AI agent into your existing linear flow. So for example, how you can jump from a linear bot to an AI agent and from the AI agent back to a linear bot or to a different AI agent. Let's get into it. So let's start with the first section, how to create a new AI agent. Before we start though, keep in mind that I'm recording this as of the 7th of June of 2025. And this is a better feature. We're going to keep improving it over time. So you might see some UX, UI changes, but don't worry. The whole concept of AI agents will remain the same. So you should be able to follow this video along. So what we'll do is once you've logged in into Landbot, go into the AI agent section. Click on Generate an AI agent, and you will be asked to select the channel. I'm going to click on Web Chatbots. Now, we'll be sent to the Build section of the AI agent. Basically, it has 4 different sections. One is knowledge sources. So here's where the source of information that you will train your AI agent on. Base instructions, name, role, welcome message, and instructions. We recommend here, and we'll go into this deeper, but basically selecting the role and if there are any constraints or the different steps that it needs to follow. Thirdly, the get user information. So the data that the AI agent gets from the user, if we want to store it in fields to later send into our CRM or any other different tools that might be useful. And it would also be shown in the Analyze table. And finally, exit conditions. So once the agent finishes, what do we want to do? What do we want to do here? We will look into this later in our second step on when we want the agent to go back to a linear bot, for example. It's here where we will select that. So let's just start with the knowledge sources. So here, once you click on Add Source, you will be asked to upload a PDF document or type here all the information. I already have a PDF. For this use case, this is the Lighthouse English. It's just a school that I came up with just for this use case. So basically, once you click on upload a file, it will say that this will override the previous information. We want that because the previous information was just dummy text. So once we upload the PDF document, you will see it transcribed here down below, and you can make edits all the way here. Basically, this document just shows an overview of what Lighthouse English is, which is a modern language school focused on helping students master English. Its different features and courses, pricing, and some general FAQs. So this is just to give some information and context for the agent to go with. Then we go into the base instructions. So what name do we want this AI agent to have? I'm going to say Jane. The role, customer service is fine. And then the welcome message. We're just going to add it here. Hi, my name is Jane. How can I help you today? And the instructions. For the instructions, we recommend you follow the structure here where you'll find the role, the constraints, and the different steps. I have here my notes, an example. So let me just copy, delete these, and paste what I already had on my notes. So basically for the role, we're saying that you're a customer support agent working for Lighthouse English School, and you're tasked with assisting prospective students by recommending the most suitable course based on their needs. Then there are some constraints, maintaining focus, follow-up response, etc. And then the steps. Start the conversation warmly and introduce yourself. Ask for the name, the current level of English, their main goal, their preferred learning format, budget, and then email. Once we have these instructions, and as I said, it's important that, and we've seen that for the prompt and the instructions, that if you follow this structure, you will be the most successful. So role, constraints, and then the steps. Once we have that, we go into the third section, get user fields. We want to store the information that the agent gathers in different fields. We want These are the 4 already created ones by Landbot. So I'm going to click on name and email because we asked that. And then for custom fields, we want to click here and add those. So in our case, the name is already selected here, but we want to know their current level of English. So I'm just going to copy this here. And we're going to name it, let's say, level. Not the best name, but it will do for now. And create new field. So now we know that when the AI agent asks for their current level of English, the answer of the user will be stored under the field level. We're going to do the same for the rest. So their main goal, whether that's for travel, work, I'm going to save it under the name goal. Then their preferred learning format. I'm going to click on say format, create field, their budget or willingness to invest. We're going to say budget here as the name of the field, and then their email. Their email is already selected here, so we're good. So that's section number 3. Now, exit conditions. This is not necessary, and we'll look at this later on when we want to connect it to a linear bot. So we're just going to click on publish and view it here. So this is the AI agent. We're now testing it. So, hi, my name is Shane. How can I help you today? So let's say I need some help defining a course for me. Save. Now it's going to start asking the questions. Of course, I'll be happy to assist you in finding the most suitable English course. The good thing about AI agents is that it reads the user input and applies it on the next question. So could you please tell me your name? Of course. I'm going to say Nick. Thank you, Nick. What's your current level of English? Intermediate. And now it sort of like starts asking all the questions. Now, what's your main goal? I'm going to say it's for work. Thank you for sharing that. What is your preferred learning format? So online is the best preferred format for me. Thank you, Nick. And lastly, could you let me know your budget? Budget, let's say 50 a month. And then final question, your email. Now for sharing those details later on. So I'm going to just add a test email. nick@test.com, and that would be it. That would be all the questions asked. It would give a summary and then say we have more questions. If we had an exit condition, an exit scenario set up, this would then go into the linear bot or another AI agent. So let's move into the second section, how to link it to a linear bot flow. Let me go back here into our bot builder, and I have created this linear bot here. Basically, I already have it open. 1 second. I think it's this one here. Yes. So basically, what we want is connect this linear bot, which is a regular chatbot from Landbot, link it to an AI agent. And then once the AI agent is done and has asked all the questions, go back here to the same linear bot. So let's start from the starting point block. The chatbot starts. It's a linear bot. It asks for the name. How do we connect it to an AI agent? We basically look for the jump to block. Here, we select the bot. In this case, it could be Jane, but I've created this other one that I'll show you now, Mike, that is similar to Jane, but I'll show you the differences a little bit. So we just select this AI agent, Mike, and once the conversation starts from the starting point, it will ask for the name. This will still be in the linear bot. And then after asking for the name, it will jump directly to AI agent Mike. Let me show you AI agent Mike. Let me just publish this for a sec. AI agent Mike is very similar to Jane, but it changes a little bit. It changes the welcome message. Why? The welcome message is the first message that will be prompted by the AI agent. It doesn't really make that much sense to have, hi, I'm Mike, how can I help you today, when it's in the middle of the conversation. So what you usually do for AI agents that are prompted in the middle of the conversation, you directly ask for the first question. So, hi, name. Could you tell me about your current level of English? Are you a beginner, intermediate, or advanced learner? This was the first question. What else have we done here? We've unselected name and email. Why? Because we already asked for the name at the beginning, and the email question, we will ask it later on in the linear bot flow. Also, I changed a little bit the prompt. Obviously, as I mentioned, we don't ask for the name and for the email, and that's mainly it. What is the main thing here? Exit conditions. Once the AI agent has asked all the questions, what we say is exit condition, exit once all the information required is gathered. So I'm going to delete this and do it as again so that we can do it all together. So exit, define the condition for ending the conversation. So once you gather all the information and the conversation. Where do we want to go? We just have to select for a search for a bot. We're going to go back to the linear bot that we had created. And what we can do is specify which block from that linear bot we want to go to. We just click here and we have to paste the block ID. Where do we find the block ID? Let's go back to the bot builder, linear bot, and to find the block ID, because we want to jump the conversation back here. We're going to click on the 3 dots and copy block ID. Once we have that, we go back to the AI agent mic. And down here, again, we would paste the block ID. It's the same because it was already saved. So now once the agent is done and has asked all the questions and gathered all the data in fields, it will go to the linear bot, but specifically to this block ID. Let's just publish and let's just test it. So, hi, could you tell me about your current level of English? No, sorry, we don't want to do that. We don't want to test this bot. My bad. What we want to do is we want to go to the linear bot here, publish, and we want to share with a link and open. We want to test it like it really is. So what's your name? This is the first question of the linear bot. It needs a block. So I'm going to say Nick. Now, once we ask that question, we go into the AI agent and it asks the welcome message. Hi, could you tell me your current level of English? So let's say intermediate. Now we are in the AI agent. The AI agent is asking the questions and going through all those. It reads that I'm an intermediate level in English. And what's your main goal? I'm going to say it's for work. You'll see there's a bit of design here. That's because I applied it on the linear bot. I didn't show you this, but basically I used this template here, and it applies also on the AI agent. So thanks for sharing that your main goal. Format, I'm going to say online is the best format for me. Tell me about your budget. Budget, I'm going to say 60 a month. And then it does the summary, no? Are there any specific details or to enroll? I can pass this information to a human advisor for further assistance. This was prompted also. This is something I added on the prompt. And I was asking it here, no? So I'm going to say yes. And once it's gathered all the information, as you can see, it went through the exit condition and it went back to the let me go to the builder. It went back to the linear bot. It went here. It finished all the questions. It gathered all the data. And now we're here in the ask for an email question, as you can see here. So what's your email? nick@test.com. And thanks, Nick. We'll reach out to you soon with more information. And that's this message block here. So what did we do? We started with a starting point block. We asked for the name with this name block. And we jumped to the AI agent mic. AI agent Mike asked all the information necessary and jumped back to this linear bot to ask for the email and end the conversation. Now, let's just, for example, go into the analyze section to see this data in action. As you can see, we have one test here, and it's the one that we just did, no? We have the email as field saved. We have the budget. the format of learning online, the text intermediate, the level, sorry. So what can you do now with those fields? Well, you can do a lot. You can send them to your custom CRM via webhooks or use our native integrations. That information is available for you in those fields. All right, so we've reached the end of the video. Hopefully this was helpful, a little bit to understand how AI agents work and also how to connect them to different linear bots with the jump to block, the active condition, the AI agent. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to let them below in the comment section. I'm Nick from Landbot, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.